channel. I am Shakana Derico, also known as the Word Finesser Professor. So I hear you're gearing up for your first speech to the class. You have all of these amazing ideas, but as my mom would say, you're up the creek without a boat, honey. So how on earth are you supposed to get to the finish line? Today, I want to discuss how to organize and outline your speech. Primarily, all speeches should have a beginning, middle, and end. So let's start from the beginning. You should always start your speech by grabbing the attention of your audience, whether it be through a clever joke, a heartfelt narrative, or a startling statistic. Essentially, you want to make a three-point connection between you, your audience, and your topic. From there, you state your thesis. Then you provide your audience with a preview of your speech. Here's an example. If I were presenting a speech on the future of social media, I might start off by saying something like this: 2,100,800,000. These numbers each represent the top 3 highest grossing social media platforms to date. Now, by now, I'm sure you all have your ideas on who those social media giants are, but the fact of the matter is that social media is an ever-growing, ever-changing phenomena with a very bright future. So for the next few moments, I'm going to discuss with you 3 prospective advancements we have to look forward to in social media. As you can see, the beginning or introduction of your speech should set the audience up for what's to come and give them a reason to keep listening. Next, let's discuss the middle ground. The body of your speech is where your credibility either builds or falls. For that reason, well-developed main points are crucial. Essentially, you want to make sure that they're coordinated, meaning they each complement one another as well as connect to your thesis. Furthermore, you want your main points to be equally weighted with subpoints or supporting details. Typically, you would use 2 to 3 main points in the body of your speech. However, deciding on these main points depends on your desired organizational framework. The 5 most commonly used organizational frameworks are discussed in chapters 8 and 9 of your textbook. The first is chronological. With this framework, you would select 3 main points that build in order from past to present, first to last, and vice versa. The second organizational framework is spatial. Similar to the chronological framework, you would select 3 main points that build in order, but this time based on direction. So from north to south, top to bottom, and vice versa. The third organizational framework is cause and effect. With this framework, you will select 2 main points. The first point focuses on the cause, and the second point focuses on the effect. The third framework is the problem-solution framework. For this framework, you could use 2 or 3 main points. The first point would identify a problem. The second point would describe a solution. And the optional third point could illustrate the advantages of adopting the solution that has been presented. This framework is generally used for persuasive speeches. The 5th most commonly used organizational framework is topical. When your speech doesn't fit into any of the patterns just described, you may arrange your materials into a series of appropriate topics, such as discussing the pros and cons of a particular issue. Be sure to check out examples of this framework in section 8.2e of your textbook. Finally, I want to highlight a speech-making tool that has even been evident throughout this video. It is the one thing that helps your audience follow along with your speech and determine key concepts and ideas to remember. That is transitions and signposts. Think of words and phrases that say to the audience, "Pay attention to this," or, "Hey, we're moving on." There are plenty examples of transitions and signposts listed in section 9.2 of your textbook, which include numbers, phrases, and rhetorical questions. Now, you may be thinking, "Hey, she forgot about the conclusion." No way. Listen, if you've got the beginning, then you've got the ending. First, summarize what you've just discussed in your speech by reframing your preview. Then throw back to your attention getter to bring your speech full circle. After that, it's time to wrap up with a graceful close, just like this. Today, we have discussed how to organize and outline your speech from the beginning, middle, and end. So while you may be up the creek with all of your amazing ideas, hopefully now you have the tools to build the perfect boat efficient enough to get your speech to the finish line. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and share it with a classmate. Be sure to contact your instructor for extra support and tell them the word Finesser Professor sent you. Until next time, speak with power, speak with grace, speak in love. Bye.